Aloha Sasha here, finding your piece of paradise in Hawaii. Welcome to vlog number 1. You're not gonna believe what's happening this weekend. I am flying with my youngest, Dawson, to New York City to meet the legend, Ryan Serhant, star of Million Dollar Listing New York. He's a best-selling author of Sell It Like Serhant, has a new book coming out in January, Big Money Energy. It's gonna be awesome. We get to meet with him for an hour. So if you have anything you want me to ask him, put it in the comments below. I'm just stoked. So you're asking, Sasha, why are you flying to New York City in a pandemic? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. There's a story. So I was trained, before real estate, I was trained as an educator and loved staying at home with 16 years with my kids. It was a joy of my life. I wanted to optimize their learning environment, taught them to read before school. It was amazing. So my oldest is 23. She has her master's in marriage and family therapy, works in Seattle as a therapist. And then I have twin boys that are 21, so fun. One of them's at Cal Poly University in San Luis Obispo. He's a senior civil engineer. The other is in pre-med biochemistry. And the fourth was just so much fun. He's like, screw that, I'm doing real estate, which I totally respect that decision. So as a mama, I want to give him the opportunity to learn from the best. He's been interning with me, but you know, Ryan's like gonna be #1 in the world if he isn't already. And so I am part of this mentorship program. We get weekly Zoom calls and we get to go and meet with him to have a business plan and then talk to his team. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna share the journey. Check for my vlog next Sunday, Sasha Sunday, it'll drop. Yeah, so why are you doing a vlog? That's a great question. Because in one of those Zoom calls, Ryan told me to. He said, Sasha, you got to do a vlog, just get started. And I wanted to wait till I could edit, get some cool music. And they all said, just do it. And so here we go. This is unedited. It'll be an adventure. So excuse the car noise and everything. I promise it will get better. So I wanted to tell you my story. Why real estate? That's another great question. Having been trained as an educator, I found myself, after staying at home with my kids, found myself broke in 2018 and didn't know what I was going to do to support myself and my family. And so my ex-husband said, you should do real estate. And then my current husband said, you should do real estate. And I thought, okay, if these people who know me so well, are saying it, maybe I should listen. I just didn't really ever I didn't really think it was a real job. I like a paycheck and insurance, but if all these yahoos can do it, then I can too, right? So in May, I took all 90 hours in 6 days and then passed my test the first time, got trained in June, got released in July. So then, you go to the office and there's all these legends coming and going, picking up paychecks, and I'm like, what do I do? And so first thing I do is so I knew I was going to move to Maui, and I knew I was going to move to Maui, and so I needed to understand luxury and work that market. And it's in order to work with luxury clients, they need to know that you understand it. So you've got to look the part and dress the part. It's kind of like a costume. I love my Jeep, but yeah, so I went to the Range Rover dealer, and they're like, I had great credit, but no money. And they're like, how much do you make? And I'm like, I don't know, 10,000 a month. I'd never made anything like that, but I knew I needed to push myself. So I drive away with the Range Rover. And then I just thought, I'm just gonna focus on this one luxury neighborhood. My kids had grown up playing there. Their grandparents lived there. I looked up every single person's name and with their address. And so when I went door to door, oh, here comes somebody. I hope I'm safe. When I go door to door, I was able to say, hey, John, how's it going? And they're like, do I know you? And so, I was able to make a connection. I'd always give them something and then follow up with a handwritten note. And so I had a call a year and a half later that someone called and said, hey, I'd love to have a meeting with you to list our house. And I was like, did I knock on your door or something? She's like, no. I get there and she hands me this card that I had written a year and a half earlier. And she's like, we just really thought this was great. We want to work with you. I'm like, okay, awesome. That's great. So my first day in targeting this neighborhood, 3 hours door to door. And then I saw this for sale by owner sign on the way home. And to me, that's like, help. I can help them. It just screams, help me. So I stopped, and I always try to knock on the door and then call, text. Well, this guy pulled up, and he's like, is this your house? And I said, no, but can I help you? And this is my client zero. You know, I ended up doing $865,000 of business, 3 deals with him in the first 6 months. So if you're starting out in real estate, just go for it. We all do it differently. And how did you start? Put that in the comments below. I would love to hear the tips and tricks that you learned. And that's partly why I'm doing this vlog. I want to reach out to real estate agents all over the country and the world. I want to be your Maui gal. I promise to provide outstanding first-class service, exceeding expectations, and a 30% referral. So I'll tell you a little story. One of my first, I got a lead from the mainland, and I was in quarantine. It was my first time with the brokerage, and I was able to get the call for a lead that day, and I found her a condo, and we got a contract the same day I got the lead. So I promise I will take care of your clients. No one will work harder. All right, I think that's it. Okay, this has been awesome. Share the journey with me. Please like, subscribe, share with your business, all your friends, and come back more. You'll see me with Ryan. Aloha Sasha, finding your piece of paradise.